Okay, welcome to the March 7th Thursday chat. We have a busy schedule, so just to have you have some idea as to what's going to happen. Before we start with the regular announcements, I'm going to call on Jessica Coleman to introduce Dr. Dae Kim of the Marcus Institute to tell us about a new research program they have. Then we'll go to the regular announcements. And we will then have Paul Hardiman with the raffle, and we'll continue on to Matt, who will be calling in from a conference he's at. So we'll start with you, Jessica Coleman.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Before I introduce Dr. Kim, I did just want to say very quickly, I've been getting a lot of questions about another COVID vaccine clinic now that physicians are recommending another 6-month booster, and we are in the works of working that out and getting that scheduled, so more to come. And it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Kim. He is a geriatrician, a researcher, and a mentor at our Marcus Institute for Aging. He directs a frailty research program and co-leads the Center for Analytic Sciences in Aging. So with that, I know we have a busy schedule. So Dr. Kim, I welcome you to come on and talk to our community here about your new study.
Thank you so much. I hope everybody hear me okay.
Yes.
Okay, great, great. Well, thank you so much for giving us this valuable time and attention to us. I'm Dae Kim. I'm a geriatrician. We run a study on frailty. Let me just tell you a little bit about what frailty is and why we're studying this. Frailty is an age-related condition that puts older person at higher risk for adverse health event when they're experiencing a stressful event. So let's say there's somebody who is same 80-year-old person, two persons, one may recover better after surgery, but the other one may not recover as quickly. So why is that? Sometimes the different levels of frailty can explain why someone responds or recover from a stressful event or illness or surgery more quickly than other people. So currently, frailty is assessed by a geriatrician in a geriatrics clinic, and it is not very widely recognized outside of geriatrics. So what we want to do is to develop a technology-based measurement solution of frailty. We want to use a sensor that detects body heat pattern that goes to the ceiling of the apartment unit or houses that look at the activity patterns using the heat sensor and see who's frail or who's not frail and how these frailty changes over time. So I'm sure that many of you are aware of all the excitement about the technology, AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, sensors, wearable. All these technology-based solutions can be really useful if we can use it, develop it, and use it properly in geriatric setting. By that way, we hope that patients can learn about and monitor their own frailty level in their own home environment. Just like we check our blood pressure and blood sugar every day, and to manage our hypertension and diabetes, we can check how we bounce back after hospitalization, surgical procedure. But even without those stressful events, just over time, how one's health condition changes, with aging, using this technology. So we are doing a study that is funded by National Institute on Aging to develop a sensor-based frailty detection. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Yu-Chen Lu, who is also on the call, and who will talk about our study, more specifics of our study. But if it would be great if we can actually share our slides. We have just a brief presentation that will help visualize what the sensor looks like and so on. But I don't think we have
whose screen is going to share?
It's gonna be Yu-Chen Liu, who is our research associate and study coordinator of the study.
Well, as soon as he starts speaking, I'll enable him because I can't find him at the moment.
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
No, do me a favor, raise your
Yep, will do.
your
Give me
hand
1 second.
in the reaction. There we are. Okay, I'll take care of you now. Thank you.
I'm Yu-Chen.
Sorry. Okay, you're all set.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, here we go. So as Dr. Kim mentioned about, we're trying to detect frailty in the community setting through those new technologies. So this is our brief introduction for our leadership team. This is a collaboration between Harvard Medical School, Hebrew Senior Life, and UMass, and also Butler. Butler is a startup company from MIT. So they will provide the technology for the heat sensor, and Dr. Kim and I were responsible for doing the clinical assessment. And Dr. Pluch, her team will be giving out the wearable sensor that we put on. And for that, we're talking about frailty. As Dr. Kim mentioned, if people become frail, we have more health concern. And I would like to think about frailty like those two springs here. When we are young, we're like new and bouncy. So we push it back, it bounces back, right? But when time goes on, we have been using our body for a relatively long time. It's not as bouncy as not as bouncy as a young person anymore. So we want to pay attention and detect frailty early because it has a lot of consequences, like higher chance of falling down, have other problem like heart problem, catching up infections, or not recovering back from other disease. So we want to detect frailty as soon as possible when we find it in this process, not when it's all the way down. So that's the purpose for our study, to detect frailty at the early stage. So how we do that? We do that through three components here. There's three components involved in this study. The first component is we come into your apartment to do a clinical assessment for you. It's a standard assessment, comprehensive geriatric assessment for frailty index that you got when you go to see a geriatrician. If they do the frailty assessment, that's the one we're going to do, but you don't need to travel anywhere. We'll go into your apartment and do that for you. The second component is a heat sensor that we put onto the ceiling. So for the heat sensor, it does not capture any image. It does not capture your voice. It's purely about your body movement. So that's the heat sensor go into the ceiling. The last part is a wearable sensor that it's really small and we ask you to put on your thigh. It's waterproofed, so you don't have to take it out when you're showering. But you can we just ask you to put it back. So those are the three components, a clinical assessment and two sensors. For the two sensors, we ask you to keep it on for 10 days, and that's it. And when we finish up, we ask you to do a survey for us because we want to learn from you and understand how you think about the study and what we can improve. So we actually can build a technology that actually helps the populations. And to appreciate your participation, we send a $100 check at the end of the study. So that's a brief introduction for our study. And here is my contact information. And I would also like to open up to say if anyone have any questions for us.
Okay, please put that contact information into the chat.
Will do.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Barbara, you have a question. Go ahead.
If you've already had reclassed shots or infusion, how does that affect the study?
It does not affect anyway because we are just observing how people are moving around using sensors. So any particular treatment or medication has no interaction with what we're doing. We're just essentially using sensor, we're observing what people are doing.
Thank you.
Okay, Carol Mullen, you had a question? Unmute. I'll unmute.
Oh, let me see.
Go ahead, you're on.
Okay. Thank you. It sounds very interesting. I'm just curious, a couple of things. Are there any people who will not qualify for certain reasons and what they would be? Because I have found that to be the case in some of these studies. And secondly, I like when you're sleeping, you still wear it, and it shows how much you move in bed, or you know, or are you reading a book or watching television and not doing anything? That's also what you're. So does it know you're reading a book or that you're in bed, or you're watching television?
Thanks for the question. The 65 years of age or older who are able to walk with or without assistant device and who lives alone, you can have a visitor, but cannot have a cohabitant who stays in your apartment all day long because the sensor does not take any photographic image, cannot distinguish who's the person of interest and who's the cohabitant. So that's for the protection of privacy, but that's also the limitation of the current technology. So we're only enrolling people who live alone, but visitors are okay. We can find out. Regarding the your second question, we monitor, what we capture is the activity level. If it's inactive, we capture that, how many hours of sitting time it is, and whether you're reading a book or watching TV, there's no way to know that. But what we know is, oh, you're sitting in a couch for 2 hours. That we can figure out from the sensor. And also another part of the question is the ceiling sensor will only capture activities that's happening within the apartment. So it doesn't capture anything outside, but the wearable that you will wear, you can still wear it on the shower and when you're sleeping. When you go out, it will capture all the activities, the physical activities inside and outside of your apartment.
Okay, so Jessica, you want to respond, and then I think we'll move on. The contact is in the chat.
I was just going to say, Jerry, next week in Matt's letter, I'll make sure that there's a link that you can click, and it will have a little biography about Dr. Kim himself. It will have a overview of the study, which will answer a lot of the questions that people may think about later on, including who's eligible and the specifics of the study.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Kim. Sounds like an interesting study.
We do not have the contact information in the chat.
Thank you, Faye. So
Okay, put it on. Sorry about that.
Okay, all right. Thank you. We'll move on. Judith
Thank you.
Weinberg. Judy?
Yes, hi, I'm unmuted. Let me just get rid of the, thank you very much, Jerry. I'm talking with you today about Have a Heart, Give a Heart Day at Newbridge. This Sunday, March 10th, the Volunteer Outreach Committee and members of Quinnipiac Quilters are sponsoring a project to make heart-shaped comfort pillows for breast cancer patients. It will be from 1 to 3 p.m. in the art room. And all materials will be provided by Quinnipiac Quilters. The donations of these pillows will be given to the B.I. Needham Breast Cancer Clinic and to the Robert Wood Johnson Breast Cancer Clinic in Livingston, New Jersey. And I wanted to do a quick demo so that if you are interested, we do have 22 people in total so far. I think the room can hold 30. We'll have an assembly line. And the first thing we will do is some have sewn already, but 2 pieces of fabric like this back to back. Someone will stitch it around and leave 3 inches. Then the next group of people will press it, trim it, and turn it inside out. And when it's turned inside out, they will take some of this fiber fill and stuff the pillow so it'll end up being something like this. And I wanted to show you that we really do have lots of stuffing. So we welcome anyone who would like to participate. So far, we have only women who signed up. We welcome men to help us as well. Let me know if you would like to join us. I'll put my contact information in the chat. There's also pink flyers around with the information, and I'm on Touchtown. And also to let you know, there will be a sweet treat at the end of the day for everyone who participates.
What is the
Thank you, Jerry.
date? What is the date,
The date
Judy?
is March 10th, this Sunday, from 1 to 3. I can put that all in the chat.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
Doris Senior. I'll unmute you, Doris. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Sorry. Thank you. This is really a call to all our gardeners. Spring is just around the corner, and we welcome those gardeners who are returning and hopefully new residents who will be interested. You can have a raised garden and grow your own flowers and vegetables, and we would welcome any new people. For the returning gardeners, Susan and I would like to know that you are coming back and that you have the plots that you had last year. And she also is she's going to hold a Zoom meeting on the 11th of March at 3:30 for all gardeners to start discussing what we need and what provisions we would like. And if anyone wants any questions, they can contact either Susan Nemmons or myself. That's all. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And Faye Busgang.
This is on behalf of the Hospitality Committee. There is a wind down on March 18th on a Monday, and the theme this time will be Ireland. And we want you all to come wearing something green, and don't forget your passport to get it stamped. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we'll go to Paul Hardiman now for the drawing, and then we have a number of, we have Bob Orkand, Larissa and Joshua for Ferraro after that, before we get to Matt. So go ahead, Paul.
Thank you, Jerry. Hello, everyone. Today, we are holding our third of 4 raffles as part of the 2024 Newbridge Scholarship Fund raffle season. And I am somewhat saddened because I am broadcasting for the last time this year from raffle headquarters here in the executive boardroom. The 4th and final drawing will be held next Tuesday, March 12th in Great Meadow Hall, followed by some great entertainment and a reception. And you should all know that so far, we've had 16 happy winners in the 2 previous raffles. Today's drawing will add 6 more winners to that list. And I'll just share with you, today's lucky residents could win a certificate to the Bella Vita Salon, a Nosh brunch for the winner and 5 friends, a Newbridge course, compliments of Larissa, who you'll meet in a minute, And it's the winner's choice, of course. And, well, that works. And a Tesla outing for 3 people for 4 hours in the greater Boston area. That sounds very interesting. And also a dinner with Matt for the winner and 3 guests. I think that should be fun. And again, we have a golden ticket. And this time, the winner will have the ability to use it twice in the month of April. And today, we are honored to have Larissa and Nancy Vega to conduct the 3rd drawing. And Larissa, Nancy, are you ready? I'm dying to find out who the winners are.
Absolutely. I have to admit, Nancy and I did a rehearsal 5 times to make sure that we know how to operate this machine. So Nancy, go for it.
I'm ready.
You know, let me just preface that. I've been neglectful the previous 2 raffles to announce that every winner, their ticket is put back in the drum. So they could potentially receive multiple winnings, multiple prizes in the same raffle. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Sure, go for it.
Which prize is it?
This is for the Bella Vita certificate.
Mayor, how am I doing? Okay.
Sharon Gavea.
Sharon Gavea, Bella Vita Salon. This is for the brunch
Already broken.
I know.
at Nosh for the winner and 6 guests, 5 guests.
All right, let's do it.
We just.
We're gonna say Nancy Vega.
All right. Joyce and Bob Orkin.
For the dinner with.
Oops, sorry.
That goes back in, right?
Oh,
not at the end
not
of the, at
today.
the end of the.
Okay.
Yeah. And this one was just women, because it was just, this last one was for,
We now have a drawing for a Newbridge course.
that was the
It was
dinner
brunch at Nosh.
brunch.
Right, so it's like, yep, somehow else.
Okay. All right.
You're getting good at this.
We're having a good time. Oh my God. I can't see.
Toby Levine.
Yay!
This is for,
That was for a Newbridge course.
okay.
Hold on.
The
Mayor.
next drawing will be for an outing in the Newbridge Tesla for 3 people for 4 hours.
Oh, my God.
Right. Okay. All right, let's do it. Oh my God.
Sylvia Whitman, 5309.
Yay!
Sylvia Whitman, 5309. The next drawing will be for a dinner with Matt
Dinner.
for the winner and 3 guests.
Do you want me to do? Okay.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay.
Pick the wrong people to do this.
No, the best.
All right. Winner chicken.
Oh,
It's empty.
wow.
What does that mean? Do I
Who?
just get the ticket number?
Oops.
Yeah.
Number 307, ticket number 307.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery ticket. It was supposed to be like that. It's not like a
They probably
glitch.
just don't want
They
to
didn't
give.
fill it in.
All right.
The last drawing is for the golden ticket for 2 uses in the month of April.
Okay, this better be good. All right, ready? Okay.
Okay. 10 Raphael.
Oh,
well.
Congratulations, Ted.
It's a good luck charm. He does, he is.
And congratulations to all the winners. And
Yay,
Larissa, Nancy, thank you very much
our pleasure.
for your irreplaceable contribution to this effort. Greatly appreciated.
Mayor, how did we do?
You did fine, except you gotta make the announcement about putting the tickets back.
Now
Now we are putting the tickets back.
So meaning I need to do it again?
No, you just have to put them in.
Oh.
So they're eligible for next,
Okay.
next time.
All right.
And remember, today's winners have all purchased tickets. And they and all the other residents.
Brief. Somebody wants to buy a ticket.
Hi, I'm in the meeting. Oh, no, I don't sell tickets.
Nicely done.
We have a terrific group of people that be on the campus that, in your building, we know who they are. Yeah, no, you can buy tickets, and I was just gonna get into that. Yeah, okay, all right, I'll send somebody over to see you. Take care. Boy, that's impressive. Everybody that was eligible for today's drawing will be eligible for the grand drawing next week. But those of you that don't have tickets, and this is one resident here, you still have the opportunity to buy them. So we have plenty of ticket sellers roaming the campus, so you shouldn't be shortchanged. And remember, the grand drawing is going to be very, very exciting. We have some great prizes. We have a terrific and multiple types of entertainment, and it'll be followed by a first-class brunch. Now, just a quick review. You probably all know what the grand prizes are. We've got a $500 credit against your rent for third prize. We got a $1,500 credit for second prize against your rent, and the big one, the $3,000 prize against your rent, and as a first prize. Now, those prizes are the equivalent of cash. That's money you do not have to put up to pay your rent. So consider it that way. And the fun entertainment, the drawings, after the drawings will be, as I mentioned last week, the inaugural performance of Newbridge on the Charles Resident Chorus. And I'm breathlessly waiting to see what that is. And we'll have some other entertainment yet to be announced. I know who it is, but it'll be a surprise. Now that. Oh, and we'll have also the golden ticket for 3 uses in the month of May. And all of this will be followed by a absolutely outstanding reception in Winter Garden put on by Josh and Eileen and the culinary group. And again, remember, if you don't have a ticket, there's still time. So don't worry about it. We have a ticket sellers. They're available. So to make sure that you get your tickets. And with that, I'm signing off really, and again, I'm sad this year from Raffle headquarters. We'll see you in the grand drawing evening in Great Meadow Hall on next Tuesday. Remember, mark your calendars, next Tuesday, March 12th, 7:15. And I believe we're also broadcast on 918. I have to check with that. No, we're not. Okay. Unfortunately, you have to come to Great Meadow Hall. And the good news is you do not need a ticket. All residents are welcome to come to Great Meadow Hall for the drawing, the entertainment, and the great reception in Winter Garden. So with all of that, I have to say, Sean, go for it, which is goodbye. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you very much. So next we'll call on Bob Orkin to give a report on the dining or food committee.
Thank you, Jerry. As Jerry just said, it's my turn to give a report from the dining committee. And I want to say that I'm relatively new to the committee, and I've been struck by the level of collaboration. When we meet, all of the dining team comes to meet with us. They listen, they want suggestions, they want feedback to things that are already happening. And our meetings are all very productive because of that. The main focus for the dining team now is NOSH. You all know that NOSH is limited because of its physical layout. It was never meant to be a full-service restaurant, but rather a snack bar or a deli. But in order to create more spaces upstairs in Centro and to get more people to dine in NOSH, you will begin to see many improvements, both in a physical way and in terms of menu. The team is working very hard. New equipment just arrived yesterday that will allow an expansion of items served. There will be a new menu with many more choices than exist now. And in the end, the goal is to turn NOSH into a restaurant that we can all be proud of and will want to eat in. So I know that those of us on the dining committee are anxiously awaiting the new changes, and we will report to you when those changes take place. So thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you. And now Larissa Levitch.
Okay.
But the next Tuesday. So I'd like to share with you something that I find very exciting. A few weeks ago, I was offered an opportunity that I did not feel I should miss. I have an opportunity to welcome to Newbridge a group from Cuba, not from Miami, Cuba, but really from Cuba, a group of young, talented, super accomplished, though young musicians that will come and perform for us. And that's why I want you to save the date. And I can't remember what the date is. So it is Wednesday, March 27th. But this is just the beginning of my story, because I thought that if we're having authentic musicians from Cuba, we should make it the whole Cuban night. So I'm teaming up with our friends from Food and Beverage team, and we are working on creating a special experience that is blending music and food. We are just want you to save the date for now. And we're going to share more details as we make our plans. So for now, March 27th, thank you, Nancy. March 27th, Cuban night. I hope to see many of you there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Larissa.
Thank you.
Okay, and now Josh Ferrara.
Thank you, Jerry. It's Josh and Chelsea here from the Josh's office. And thank you for getting us in. I know you have a very busy agenda today. So basically, we're here today to talk about Purim. Aforementioned, we talked about the wind down. Larissa just mentioned a Cuban night. So there are a lot of events going on in March. But starting tomorrow, you will see the flyer and menu and order form for the Purim dinner on Sunday, March 24th in Great Meadow Hall. Why myself and Chelsea are here today is to talking about an additional option that Chelsea has been working on, and this will be the first kind of test run on being able to sign up and make your menu selections through the dining website. So with that, I'm going to share my screen, and Chelsea's going to navigate through how you can take advantage of this online option. Keep it in mind that the flyer and paper order form will still be available going out tomorrow, but we strongly encourage and recommend you looking at this additional option for convenience. Okay, so we are now on the dining website.
You want me to take it?
And Chelsea, go ahead and navigate me through.
Okay, so we're gonna log into the dining website, which you can do through Touchtown or just by going to the website. And you're gonna click on upcoming events.
Okay, I'm now on upcoming events.
Yep, you're gonna scroll down until you see the Purim event. Right there, and there is the Purim dinner in Great Meadow Hall. It gives you all the information, and then underneath it actually says get tickets free. So you can purchase a ticket for free, and then it will still charge you afterwards for the whatever meal selection you choose. So click get tickets.
So I'm going to click get tickets. Wonderful.
And it brings you right to Purim dinner. So you can select on the side, add or plus. You can pick however many tickets you want.
You want to go with me?
Sure.
All right, so we're going to do two. All right. So I just selected two, knowing that myself and Chelsea will both be attending.
You're going to hit get tickets.
Okay.
And then it's going to prompt you for each attendee. So attendee 1 will be Josh.
Okay.
And your unit number is 99.
Okay.
And what are you eating?
I'm going to do the salad. I think I'll have the vegan because that sounds delicious. And of course, on Purim, I have to have the hamantashen.
Okay. And then below there's a seating request. So you can pick who, kind of like Shabbat, who you want to sit with. So whoever you want to sit with, you just place in this box.
Who do you want to sit with? Rabbi?
Rabbi.
All right. Hopefully she'll have us. Okay, so now I've made my menu selections. I did a seating choice. So now what am I doing?
Now you're going to put my meal in.
Okay, so you're my guest, or we're dining together.
And I will do the soup,
Okay.
the fish, and the fruit cup. And I will also be sitting with Rabbi Judy.
Okay. Allow us to dine with her. All right, so now that we have that in, what do I want to do?
You want to hit checkout now. And then for billing information, you're just gonna put your first and last name.
I thought you were paying for this.
You can put mine
All right, I'll pay for this one.
and your email address. And hit submit.
Place order. Okay.
And it will actually send you a copy of exactly what you ordered in a ticket form so that you can see exactly what you're getting for the night. And then it will also populate a spreadsheet for us on our end that will tell us exactly what you want, who you want to sit with, and what you ordered with the pricing in it.
Thank you very much. And again, please keep in mind, we are definitely open to feedback. You can contact Chelsea. You can contact myself. You can use the website to submit feedback on any suggestions or questions that may arise. This is obviously a litmus test. The first time we're offering this electronic option for a special event. We're excited about it, and we want to tweak it and hopefully make it available for future events. So Jerry, I know that we have a jam-packed agenda. So with that, I'll just see if there's any questions, particularly on this new process.
Yeah, just cut this off.
Hang on, I've got to stop sharing. Okay.
Yeah, good. Let's see. So Carol Marlin.
You're muted, Carol.
Hi. Can you unmute me? Okay. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, Carol.
Okay. Wondering if this food is kosher, not kosher from Nosh or Central, what is?
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Carol. So again, I was trying to be brief in this presentation. When the menu flyer goes out, it will put all the details, including that this is a kosher meal. It will also reflect the other dining options. The always on menu being available for
Okay.
to go up until 2 p.m. from Nosh, and the deli counter will be open for counter service until 6 p.m. Those details are on the dining website and will be included on the menu flyer as well. So thank you, Carol.
Okay, thank you. Rabbi Judy.
Knowing that I didn't sign up to speak before, I'll be very brief. There'll be a flyer coming out reminding you that Purim is more than just a delicious dinner. It also will include an English reading, abridged reading of the Megillah, and of course, costumes and prizes. So watch your email for more exciting news about Purim. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
And Bob Orkin.
I have a question.
Just a quick question, Josh. What is the maximum number of people at a table?
We do it 10? Yeah, so we'll be putting together up to tables of 10. Thank you. Great question, Bob. And if I have time to update, I'll reflect that. That's a great point. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think that winds up everything and we're ready for you, Matt.
Wow. I have a question. I have a question. Is Newbridge suggesting that everybody have the additional shot for pneumonia? It is out there, and I don't know. Newbridge doesn't seem to be taking a stand.
For pneumonia or for the COVID vaccine?
No, pneumonia. Pneumonia. No.
So
Every doctor you
there's
talk to tells you to get the shot, and Newbridge isn't dealing with it.
you
Okay.
need that's something, Abby, that you want to talk specifically with your physician about.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, hello, everyone. I know we've run a little bit long today, but for good reason. We've had a lot of really cool stuff to cover. So a lot happening in the community. I think we all know, but next Tuesday is going to be a really nice evening celebrating all the work that the scholarship committee has done and recognizing all of you that have contributed to the scholarship fund, as well as just celebrating as a community. So please come join us. That's going to be a really, really nice night. I wanted to also let the community know that we're going to be doing an annual satisfaction survey this year. It's being completed by a new company, and this company was hired by HSL to go out there and really get the pulse of what's happening in the community. The rollout of that project will be starting on April 8th. There'll be a lot more information coming out. There'll be a lot of support to help people take the survey, but I just wanted to get it in front of everyone so you're all aware that it's coming. And we're looking forward to hearing the feedback. I always remind people, when you're taking a survey like this, I want to hear about your entire experience, not just the meal you had last night. And we have a tendency sometimes to only be as good as our last meal. But I really want to know, what is it about Newbridge you love? What are things that we can improve on together? But really just keep a grand focus. That would be really helpful for myself and our leadership team as we work through that. Quick reminder to all, and I'm not going to harp on this too much because I put enough time into this, but I'm not done with it yet. No speeding on campus. Okay, just a reminder to everybody, no speeding on campus. If you see somebody speeding, please let security know. We will follow up with them. We want to make sure that we have a very safe, very walkable campus where everybody's being respectful. And as mentioned in the past, we're working with the Rashi School and the visitors and delivery drivers, you name it, we're working. You'll also see in my letter, I'll put another plug tomorrow to extend your heart and your hands to somebody when you're in the dining room, particularly in Copper Beach or Nosh, to have somebody that normally wouldn't dine with you join you. Difference it makes in somebody's day, particularly if they're single, to have a place that they can have a nice meal and make a connection with another individual. And I imagine if you're open to doing so, you're going to find that you've made some tremendous relationships and maybe you can make some more. So I thank you in advance for your warmth and your willingness to foster the community that we know and love. Similarly, when you're in the dining room, particularly in Copper Beach, as well as Nosh, please make sure if you have a walker that you're securing it out of the way. What we really don't want to happen is somebody to trip over one of the walker legs. Just be awful. And it just takes a moment of awareness on all of our behalfs to make sure that those are tucked away neatly. I've also charged the dining team with doing the same thing to make sure that those that's not too risk. But the more folks I involve in this conversation, I think the greater opportunity for success we're going to have with this. So thank you. And then lastly, since I'm going rapid fire here so I can get you all off the call, in a couple weeks, HSL is hosting an employee service award at the House of Blues in Boston. This is for employee anniversaries that fall in the 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, 20-year, 25, 35, 40, and 45. HSL does have some 45-year employees. Newbridge has some 20-year employees that worked at other sites before they came here. But it's a really nice opportunity for us to get together as an organization and say thank you to our employees for all their amazing work and their commitment to our organization. With that said, as I was reading the list of people that are being honored from Newbridge, there were 78 people that have anniversaries that fall either the 5-year, 10-year, 15, or 20-year. And that's incredible when you think about that our employees, 78% of them have a significant anniversary. What that speaks to is how tremendous it is to work in this organization, in this community, alongside all of you. So I thought that might be a neat little thing for you all to know that these employees are being celebrated and HSL is working really hard to recognize our tremendous. With that, I just want to take a moment to take some questions if there's anything out there. I know we've covered a lot today, but I certainly want to make some space.
Look, this is, for me, this is on 5 pages, so please use the raise hand feature so you'll come up where I can see you. I don't see anybody, Matt. Looks like you've covered things well.
And for whoever gets to have dinner with me, who knows who that could be, we're going to have a great time. So, but the mystery's still out.
Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you next week.